I finally got this working. temp.pagekey.io is live here, and it's actually hosted on my PageKey unit hardware without exposing my IP to the public and without using Cloudflare. So here is my VPS that I spun up. It cost me $5 a month in Amazon. And if I go into my caddy file here, I am reverse proxying both temp.pagekey.io and this Jolly Jimbo address, which I named my little unit guy Jolly Jimbo. I'm thinking everyone can name their units and it can live under upagekey.io, so everyone doesn't have to buy their domain to benefit from the PageKey unit. Both of them are reverse proxying to this 10.10.10 address, which is a WireGuard address. So yes, I have a VPN going from my VPS to the physical hardware sitting in my home. So if I I have this screen session running, and this is just caddy running. So if I kill this, I can no longer get to temp.pagekey.io, it dies. If I refresh this, it comes right back. So this is actually running the proxy server. If we go over to the unit and refresh our screen, we can see, if I refresh the page, you see it's hitting our Fast API app. So that's really cool. And that's it. Let's get into the design. All right, let's talk about hiding your IP for self-hosting. I had some slides, but I think it's more interesting to just talk on a sheet of paper here. So there's two methods that I've tried so far, and the Cloudflare one is pretty easy to set up. So what do we have going on? We have the internet, and when someone wants to access your website that you host on your PageKey unit over here, they type in a DNS address like yourunit.pagekey.io or yourwebsite.com, and that doesn't actually do any good. They need to request via DNS to figure out the IP address of that website. So what they do is, well, first of all, what you don't want happening is your DNS pointing directly right here to your home ISP. So this is your router sitting in your home, because then anyone who is savvy on the internet can write a command such as dig.u.com. So they just type that into their browser. That hits the DNS. Your browser is doing that silently anyway, but this hits the DNS and tells them the IP address of your apartment or home. And that means that they can tell where you are. That's your location exposed to the world. So it can go down to as far as the town or city you live in. So maybe even closer than that sometimes. So you don't want to be doing that if you can. So what we do is we use Cloudflare, and Cloudflare offers this service where they proxy your traffic through them. So they let you manage your DNS just like you would through GoDaddy or some other provider. But if you turn on the orange cloud per se, what they're actually doing is pointing DNS to them, and then they look at what your DNS settings are in their application, and then they proxy it to your IP. So your IP is hidden from the open internet because Cloudflare is the only one who actually knows your IP. You give it to them and they proxy the traffic when they receive requests on your behalf. So, and it's pretty transparent, other than if they dig u.com, they're going to see, oh, this is a Cloudflare IP address, but they cannot see this guy. So that's great. Your website can be hosted and it comes out and your IP is hidden, which is perfect. The problem is if you want to do something deeper than the top level domain, you can do me.u.com, fine, for free on Cloudflare. But if you want to do something like a.b.c.u.com, that's where you have to start paying. So, and you might say, hey, we're trying to get away from the cloud services, right? From these SaaS services that lock us in. And I would say, I agree. But for a lot of people just getting started, Cloudflare, it's very easy to use. You just sign up, you do it, and it is free to get started. But for me, I can't let this go. I don't want to get into a pay thing. I don't want to pay for this forever. And all that stuff. So my method is to use a VPS. So this is where Amazon Lightsail is my VPS of choice, but we're basically doing the same thing as Cloudflare. People on the internet request your DNS, but instead of pointing to Cloudflare, it points to your VPS server. And then you can connect your VPS to your server on your ISP. This is still a port forward here, but this could even be via a VPN. So you can use WireGuard, you can use Tailscale to connect these two so that this guy actually never has to have a public DNS record. So you never have to put that out there on the internet or even forward any ports. So if you use the VPN, you're directly connecting your unit to the VPS. So that's really cool and very secure because you're not exposing yourself on the internet at any point. If people hack into the VPS, they can talk to your unit and they can maybe hack that too and get into your network and all that stuff. But at no point can people be scanning the open internet to try to find that open port on your ISP. So I think that's a great approach. Another advantage of this approach is that as the unit's software gets more advanced, I'm currently just trying to get this to work once, hard-coded, everything hard-coded, right? But once this is working, I can have software to spin up this VPS for you. There is a CLI for Amazon Lightsail. There's an API for it. So this VPS can be completely throwaway. If it gets hacked, just delete it and spin up another using the same script that spun it up the first time. So all that's coming soon. This is just conceptual, but I wanted to take some time and just talk about my thoughts here. And hopefully soon I can do a quick short showing this working. So stay tuned. And if you liked this video, go to pagekey.io/unit and you can sign up for the mailing list or pre-order a unit now. Welcome to the new world of self-hosting.